Hello and welcome. Today I'm joined by Saleem, the founder of JobsterX, who spent over a decade scaling brands across Pakistan, Germany, and the US. Samir is on a mission to eliminate the black hole of job applications by building a cross-border sourcing hub that connects employers in hubs like Dubai with global talent instantly. We are going to talk about his transition from global ops director to founder, the bold move of launching the free for employers model, and how he's using AI to fix the broken feedback loop in recruitment. We will also dig into aggressive goal of reaching 100,000 job seekers by the end of this year. Samir, welcome to the Growth Switch.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alex, for welcoming me and a short introduction about me. Thank you so much for that.
Our pleasure. Now, Samir, going into HR territory was not your original plan. Do you want to tell us about your earlier career?
For sure, for sure. So, 12 years ago, I wanted to enter into finance. Finance was something I was really into. Like, I was very active in finance side while I was in university as well. So that was something I wanted to pursue, but I think there was like I just had this internship opportunity in HR, and it was a part of a university. Like we had to get the certificate, like internship program done. So it was one of the requirements. I had no option, and I got into HR.
Mhm.
So that really shifted my interest, and I was like, this is something for me. I mean, networking with people, connecting with people, calling candidates up, and like speaking with new people every day. So that shifted my interest, and it has been 12 years now.
Fantastic. Do you have maybe an example of a story that something happened and that reassured that you're doing exactly what you are supposed to?
So talking about that, something happened. Recruitment was something which I was always into, like calling up candidates and everything. Like that was something which was always my interest, and networking with people, of course. So having helping job seekers out, especially those who don't get feedback. So that is something which I really enjoy. Like give them feedback so that okay, you're not able to help them out, like they did not get a job in your organization for XYZ reasons. Just share feedback with them so that it helps them in their next interview they're having. So
Mhm.
that is something which I follow.
Mm, I see. Now, for many people in different professions, whether it's legal or if it's HR,
Hmm.
there is the practice of the work we have to do on daily basis, and then of course there is a business running behind that. So, what motivated you from just practicing and helping people to actually thinking about entrepreneurship and starting a company in the field?
So 12 years into HR, switching different organization, I was one of those workaholic guys who always like love to be the journalist and love to be an all-rounder. Like, the ace of all the cards. Like, I used to be an all-rounder. So I used to come up as a journalist. I used to come up as a general manager in every of my organizations I've worked in. So
Hmm.
while being on the top of my career, at some point I realized this, okay, I have been working hard and scaling up businesses. It's time now I do it for myself. I have polished myself. I have skills that I wanted, and now it's the time to enter and make something of my own. And I, this is my chapter one of my business. Like, I started with something which I have worked in 12 years.
Hmm.
So I wanted to be super sure because I do not come from a business background as well. So I'm the first one in the family stepping out and going into this route. So yeah, I'm confident about it.
Did you feel ready to start, or was it a little bit of a leap of faith to get started and figuring it out as you go along?
Honestly, Alex, it was a roller coaster. Honestly, like I coming like working for 12 years, having a salary coming on the first of every month, and when you jump into a business, you see a lot of ups and downs, like as a founder. But just believe in the idea and believe in the
Mm.
faith, and it has turned around. I can
Mm.
say it has turned around now. So it takes time, but if you believe in the idea, it will turn around.
You mentioned that you were the first in your family to step out and go entrepreneurship road. I'm sure your relatives had a lot to say about it. What was the best and maybe the worst advice that your relatives gave you when you started the business?
So the best advice I could say is keep going. And there was this one of my colleagues. He told me, Samir, if you're starting something, don't leave it before 1 year. So
Hmm.
that was one advice I took, and I really followed that. It really helped me a lot. The worst one was find a job for yourself. Leave it.
I'm
Yeah,
sure they will come around.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. I really want to see them as a job seeker signing up one day.
But well, you'll be in a position to help them.
Yeah,
Did
for
you
sure.
have any mentors or that you either knew personally or maybe you followed online that inspired you as well and guided you as you're building business?
So, talking about mentors, I have personal connections with a lot of senior members in the market. Some are HR professionals, some are business leaders as well, in the UAE as well, and in Pakistan as well. One is also in the US as well. So, I mean, I tap into them, and thank God they have been supporting me for free of course. I just hope I don't get an invoice from them anytime soon.
Um, it's also interesting with your experience that you worked in different geographies, from Pakistan to currently Dubai, and
Yeah.
then you also have experience with US market and German market. What helped you talk to different business cultures, different regions to understand how you need to position, how you need to work with them?
This is a learning curve I have been through throughout my career as well, and today as well. I'm still learning. A lot of regions have different requirements. Like in the US, you cannot ask for salary. Like in Pakistan, this was a very common thing. We used to ask, "What's your current salary?" So
Hmm.
this is just a example that I'm gonna give over here. So even in Germany, it's a different process. In Europe, it's a different culture. In like the other parts, like in I was in a call with a job seeker in Nigeria. Like he reached out to
Hmm.
me, and then I jumped on a call with him. He was also facing different, like, for me, every time I speak with different job seekers or employers, I learn something new about their culture, about their country, and it helps me like with the product as well.
Hmm.
So it really helps me align the product for their particular region. So it's not easy like running a global product and just having limited information about limited countries. So you
Hmm.
need to like be open for feedback, and you need to be open about learning different cultures as well, learning different processes as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I'm still learning, honestly.
It never stops. There's always
Of
feedback
course,
loop,
of course.
and talking to so many people from different cultures, it can also be overwhelming. All the different insights. How do you prioritize which feedback is something that you implement and you try to do right away, and what needs to be put maybe on the back burner to
Yeah.
come back to later?
So yes, there are multiple feedback I do get, and I always enjoy feedback. Like honestly, like whenever I jump on calls with employers as well, I'm always asking them. Even me having 12 years of experience, still I ask them anything you find, like any loop, any loose end that you think that should be in the employer module or something. So I do get feedback, and then it's yes, I have my priority list as well. Like these are the high priorities, these are low priorities. So I set
Hmm.
that accordingly. Like anything burning, of course, is high priority. Anything that needs to be automated is high priority as well. Anything which is a feedback, like improvement, yes, we do keep that in the pipeline, but again, that does not go in high priority. So any improvements, we're not focusing on that at this point. Like yes, it's in the to dos, but anything which is affecting the product or affecting the results, of course, we take
Hmm.
that as priority.
What about your feedback to the candidates when you usually talk to them? Because I'm sure as
Mm.
they are giving you ideas and insights as well,
Yeah.
I'm sure you see a common maybe misconception with the candidates that you talk to. So what's your usual advice that maybe you give most frequently?
I can give you a good, like today, what happened was there's a candidate job seeker reached out to me on message on LinkedIn, and he was telling me, I don't see any jobs on your portal and it's a dead platform. I replied to him, it's not a dead platform. We auto apply for you. You will never see job openings on my platform. You just
Hmm.
come to the platform, you set your skills, you set your preferences, we auto apply for you based on the employer module, whatever jobs we're getting and whatever is matching with your job. So it's automated. So again, it's new for the market, of course. So I
Hmm.
mean, that awareness and that knowledge being out in the market, I'm still trying to market that awareness. But yes, I mean, job seekers do get confused about it. Like,
Hmm.
we just made our profile, but we don't see any jobs. Where do we apply? Like, it's not LinkedIn. We auto
Mm-hmm.
apply for you. So there are 10 preferences. Go ahead, set your 10 preferences. So another mistake people do is like, oh, they saw a marketing manager role in Dubai. So they'll just go and set one preference, which is marketing manager on site Dubai. Don't do that. You have an
Mm-hmm.
option to set 10 preferences. Okay, you set one like marketing manager, Dubai, UAE, on site. Open up the second preference. Go ahead and do marketing manager, hybrid, Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Third preference, you can do marketing manager remote. Open yourself up. Like the more preferences you set, the more easier it's for us to land you a job then.
Mm.
So yeah, that's a feedback I often give to job seekers, especially.
I think it's a very interesting paradigm shift because most candidates they are used to feeling like they're controlled by seeing the jobs and applying, even though
Yes.
lately the numbers might not be in their favor. But
Yeah.
take us to the beginning of the company. Recruitment, job seeker as a market. There are quite a lot of tools there. What was the gap that you saw in the market that gave the idea for the current company?
So I'll first say what was my idea, and throughout my career, the point number one was, so me being a recruiter, these were the steps I used to always follow, and all the recruiters followed this step mostly. Number one, finalize the job description with the hiring manager. Number two,
Hmm.
you post the job on different platforms. Number three, once job is posted, you wait for minimum 3 4 days to get profiles in. People apply on your email address or your platform, anywhere you have asked them to apply. Then you source them out. Then you call them, and then you schedule the interview. This whole process takes minimum of 5 to 6 days, Alex.
Hmm.
Minimum 5 6 days. I'm talking about minimum. Maximum it does take around 3 weeks if it's a senior role as well. I have been following this process for 12 years, from my
Hmm.
start of my career till my peak of my career. JobsterX has obsoleted this whole process now. Just go, post your job, instantly get profiles now. You don't
Hmm.
need to source any more profiles. You don't need to call them anymore. You'll get job salary matching. You'll get job experience matching. You'll get job skills matching. You'll get keyword matching, ATS matching as well. Everything is done instantly. And if it does not match, because again, I'm a startup as well. So
Hmm.
if it does not match, we will source you the candidates from our own base. Because again, we want candidates to come to our database for future hiring as well. So that
Hmm.
is what we're currently doing, and we have automated it's all automated. There's no
Hmm.
recruiter involved in it. As I say, I want to be the sourcing hub, and
Hmm.
I'm in that direction to be the sourcing hub. So far, we have around 5,300 plus uh, job seekers on the platform from 36 countries so far.
Hmm. How do you maintain the quality control on the platform? Because lately with AI tools, it's easier
Yeah,
than ever just to try to pull a quick one, whether it's putting their CV or
yeah.
cover letter. So how do you mitigate that?
So, okay, let's talk more about job seeker module over here then. In job seeker module, when a candidate comes in, a job seeker comes in for to set their account. First of all, you have to add in your details. Like you can simply just upload your resume and we'll fetch all your data. So this is how you create a profile. That's step number one. Step number
Hmm.
two is we have AI resume builder as well, which will generate your resume ATS friendly. So even if you want to apply somewhere from your own, you don't need to worry about your resume now that, okay, I need to build my resume. Just one
Hmm.
click, you have your resume ready. It's ATS friendly as well, and we have the whole world cover in it. So there's a drop down of countries. You simply click on the drop down. You want a
Hmm.
German, you want a Europe format, you want an Asia format. Just click on the country, click on generate. It's ATS friendly within the next 1 minute, so you don't need to worry about your resumes anymore. So if you want to apply externally, for internally, you don't need your resume at the first stage. Then we have mock interview. Again, we're training them.
Hmm.
Like it's for job seekers, it's a one-stop solution now. We have mock interview where we have our own AI model having you go through a question round. Like you can target any company you want. For example, if you wanna do an interview for example Angro, or you wanna do an interview for McKinsey, so you
Hmm.
simply just add their website. We will ask personalized questions. These personalized questions are not questions like tell us about yourself. These
Hmm.
questions are strategic questions, something we read on their LinkedIn page, something we read on their website, why this position, like why this role is open, for which you're giving the mock interview. After the mock interview, we also
Mhm.
give you assessment as well. Like, okay, these were the do's, these were the don'ts. This is what each question wise. This is what you said. You should have said this based on your profile because we have your profile now. So
Mhm.
we tell them like, why didn't you give this example from this employer? Like you worked over here, and this is what you have mentioned on your resume, the profile that you have uploaded to us. Then lastly, we have auto apply as well. So auto
Mhm.
apply, yes, you set your preference and we apply for you. So basically, it's a one-step solution that we have built. So fast forward after 2 years, if Alex is a job seeker coming into my platform, I can always see that, okay, Alex has been applied to, for example, 15 jobs so far in these
Mhm.
2 years. He got interview invites from five and he got rejected from all five. Let's take example over here. I can always work on Alex then.
Mhm.
I can recommend him some free trainings as well. I can tell him, okay, these were your errors. This is the feedback we got from the employer, so you can work on this. So again,
Mhm.
we need to like in from your roadmap, we can always support you as a job seeker. So
Mhm.
this is what is my vision, and this is how I'm gonna take it. So in every 3 months, we're checking our job seeker data. It
Mhm.
might be that we might not have jobs for Alex, so that's a correction from our side then, and we will
Mhm.
work on it. And it might be that Alex is getting jobs, but he's not able to get shortlisted because again, my platform is also getting you answers like you got rejected
Mhm.
or shortlisted. So that's how I'm tracking the matrices.
So it becomes education feedback loop that basically helps people to improve, whether it's interview process, whether it's
Correct.
CV or the companies they're targeting. Some companies might have a question: what if maybe somebody is acting in bad faith, or they're really not skilled for the positions they're trying to apply? Are there any guardrails against somebody trying to abuse the goodwill of the platform?
So here I have also solved the second problem. I'm glad you asked me this question. When I was a recruiter, we used to schedule, after going through a whole week process, we used to
Mm-hmm.
schedule 10 interviews. Out of 10, 4 candidates used to show up. Six
Mm-hmm.
of them did not even bother to even email us back or reschedule the interview or even request for another round. One or two did, but others did not bother. And when you call them, they're like, "Oh, we forgot about it. Can you reschedule it for
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow?" Common thing,
Right.
common thing. So here, what we are doing is you can flag the candidate. If they're not showing up for the interview, flag it so that
Mm-hmm.
other employers can also know about it. That this candidate is not has not shown up once, so it's like getting a black point now.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to now worry about your driving license getting a black point on it. You
Mm-hmm.
also have to worry about your getting a black point on your profile on JobsterX as well, and it's vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. So even
Mm-hmm.
if a job seeker, so I have faced that honestly. Like I can give you an example over here. So there was a consultancy over here in Pakistan. They signed up on my platform. Again, me like it's jobs coming in. Okay, approved. Saw their website, everything was checked. They interviewed 20 candidates from my platform and they were pitching their product. Like their product was to send them abroad for further studies.
Mm-hmm.
I like out of 20, five of them raised the flag.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went through it, like what really happened, went on calls, and then I realized, okay, they were doing a sales pitch, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
goodbye. So yes, I mean, raising flags is happening at both ends.
Mm. I think that's a very good feature as well for
Yeah,
the quality of the platform.
of course.
um, because not necessarily with the job seeker platform, but for example, with the freelance platform for the short-term projects, that's been a known issue. That platform would skew the way it works towards one side of the market, and then the other side would not have a good experience, and that's
Yeah.
usually what causes the product to change. Could you tell us a little bit about your business model? Because you mentioned free for employer, which might be unusual. So maybe you want to elaborate on that.
Yeah, sure. So employer side is free. Like come to the platform, sign up and post your jobs and get profiles instantly. It's free. I'm currently into the B2C model and
Mm-hmm.
charging the job seekers. Why is that? Because I want the employers to get serious job seekers candidates. And it's not like it's a very small amount, like less than a hamburger, I would say, that
Mm-hmm.
I'm charging as a monthly subscription fees. And it's only because I want serious job seekers. And my next point would be over here for job seekers. Come, sign up. In the first month you land a job, cancel your subscription. I don't mind about that. My only agenda over here is to support the employers because I have seen such platforms like if there's only B2B like job like B2C platform like B2C they're not serious. They're not serious. So I want
Hmm.
serious job seekers coming in, and it's a very premium. Like the premium amount is very low, and you get all of these features as well, and then you get also answer whether your profile got shortlisted or rejected and everything. So I mean,
Hmm.
all of this you get with that premium amount. So yeah, currently I'm in the B2C model.
It's certainly very attractive to the companies. Um, what's been the feedback so far from the companies? Do they understand the model, or is there a risk of sounding almost too good to be true that maybe creates some the initial hesitation?
Honestly, like I have been on many calls for employers. Like it has been 2 weeks. I'm very active with employers nowadays, and I'm
Hmm.
jumping on back and forth calls with them. For them, they're like, we want to jump into it. It's free. We want to jump into it because for recruiters, you're just easing them up. Like, and then I tell them like, even if you don't find candidates on my platform, we will source it for you. So
Hmm.
for them, like it's a problem solver,
Hmm.
and since it's free as well, they directly jump into it. So yes, they do like they do ask me like, oh, uh, like I love this question as well after I pitch everything about the employer module at the end. Okay, so what's the pricing now? I'm like, it's
Hmm.
free. And they're like, send us the link, we're signing up right today.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, they get excited about it because they never heard about this model in this industry. Like it's not B2B, it's B2C. So it's
Right.
new for them. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think historically there has been a friction between, for example, external recruiters and the in-house HR teams, in terms of finding the candidates,
yeah,
the budget required, and so on. And your
yeah.
platform basically solves for that.
Yeah, so basically these HR consultancy, I had 3 calls with HR consultancies, like in this week, within this week as well. So these HR consultancies are like, you are like, what's, why are you not charging? And I'm like, my business model is I want to be the sourcing hub. So I
Hmm.
am not a recruitment agency. I'm not charging by each role. I'm not a job portal. I'm not charging by each job being posted. I'm a
Hmm.
sourcing hub. I'm into the B2C model. You are into the B2B. Let's partner up. Let's work together. And they're like, perfect. Voila,
Hmm.
let's sign up.
Excellent. What's the big goal for this year in terms of the number of both the job seekers on the platform and the companies that sign up?
So Job Seeker, like we launched on 16th of January, and so far we are at 5,300 plus something, and my goal is to have 1 lakh users, active job
Hmm.
seekers on the platform. So far in that direction, let's see. I mean,
Hmm.
how we are able to achieve it, but I'm confident about it.
What's the one thing that you want more? If somebody sees the clip, what do you want them to know about the platform, and what's the next step they should be taking?
Uh, you want me to say one comment? Is should it be on job seeker or should it be on employer?
One for each.
One for each, perfect. Job seekers, you will never see jobs on JobsterX. Please set your preference accordingly. Ensure it's more like you have maximum 10. Fill it up. Use as max it out as much as you can, and also skills also play an important role over there. For employers, it's free. Go ahead, sign up, post your jobs. Help
No
us,
downside.
help us be the sourcing partner, and let's partner up.
Hmm. Let's talk a little bit about the marketing. So you have very interesting, unique product that
Yeah,
companies, when they understand that it's free, they love.
yeah.
What's so far worked really well for you to spread the awareness and have more companies know that you exist?
So one thing, I mean, I think startups they are really engaging with me a lot because
Hmm.
small organizations, especially bootstrap organizations, they don't have budget for marketing as well. Oh, sorry, for HR as well, and then posting the job. I mean, all founders don't have expertise in HR, right?
Hmm.
So it's a problem solver for them. Like they don't need to worry about everything. Like small CEOs, like having small startups organizations, so they can like their recruitment is easily being outsourced and it's happening for them. So I do engage a lot with startups founders. So that's
Hmm.
one thing. The other thing is we do get a lot of response and support, especially from the Africa regions. I'm
Hmm.
being a lot of shifts, like a lot of interest from that region, and it's always. motivating me to work more hard and try to connect with as many recruiters, as many founders, as many HR managers as much as I can, because it also helps me understand their problem as well. It also helps me to mature the product as well.
Hmm. So the growth so far hasn't been mostly building the relationship one on one, or have you also done initiatives where you're maybe addressing more of
Hmm.
like a region or the hubs of the businesses?
So I am starting to go into that direction. Currently, I'm doing it one on one, but like I can give you something insight over here. So I started off reaching out to HR professionals, and
Hmm.
I started to do this from the past weekend, and till now, like in 4 or 5 days, I have a WhatsApp channel with 2,600 HR professionals, and
Hmm.
these are global HR people. So really excited about it. Like I really wanna like connect with all of them, but again, I know it's not doable. Like in one day, like
Hmm.
you cannot do that. But again, I'm taking it slow. But I know like I would be able to connect with them and to understand their need and how JobsterX can support them and their mission.
I want to talk more about that because WhatsApp channels and Telegram channels, they are very popular in some regions and some industries.
Hmm.
But for many companies that we usually talk to and many companies in our audience, they've never taken the initiative. It's something that they don't understand.
Yeah, yeah.
So from your perspective as a business owner, do you want to give like a quick introduction of why having a WhatsApp group is such an amazing tool?
So it's like connecting with everyone and then respecting their privacy as well. So I believe more on WhatsApp channels rather than WhatsApp groups, because on WhatsApp
Hmm.
groups numbers are being exchanged, and I feel it's like not having those boundaries set. On WhatsApp
Hmm.
channel, you have those boundaries set and no numbers are being changed, but I do know everyone is a HR professional because I'm connecting with them on day to day and I see them like from different big organizations as well. So it's like motivates me and then it makes me understand as well. So that's why I'm more like inclined towards WhatsApp channel as well. And then secondly, we also have our newsfeed as well on the platform as well, where we connect as well, and we actively like we have job seekers posting about their day to day as well, and
Hmm.
their overall. This was the final year project, or this was the university event going on, and this was my achievement. So we do have our own newsfeed as well, which is currently active as well. So yeah.
One of the interesting things about your model is because it's free for the companies, you need to get more companies onto the platform. But at the same time, as a business owner, it might be tricky to set up the budget to get the companies onto the platform. So when you think about spending on marketing as a young company, how do you solve for that? How do you decide what budgets to allocate for different activities for the B2C side and for B2B?
So, Alex, there are two answers over here. Number one is, so me being a founder, it's always like I need to balance the equation. So if I'm having 1,000 job seekers, I need to ensure like I am having 100 employers, so that
Hmm.
those 100 employers are posting job and I'm able to serve those 1,000 job seekers. But again, that there's another equation to it, like all of those job seekers, like we need people from marketing or we need people from IT side. So again, that's another debate as well.
Hmm.
But I mostly at this stage I keep that matrix in mind that okay, if I have 100 job seekers, I need to ensure there's at least sorry, if I have 1,000 job seekers, there's 100 jobs employers as well. So that's one thing. The other thing that I do believe in for employers as well, you serve them so well
Hmm.
that it becomes a snowball effect. So that is something which I believe in, and I'm doing that honestly. So employers, yes, I do connect with them on the first call, tell them about the product, ensure they are posting jobs. Once they post job, we source candidates for them. I give them a call again, and it's me doing it. Like I call them
Hmm.
myself. Like, how was your experience? Any feedback you would? So serve them so well that they recommend 3, 4 employers to you. And
Hmm.
I have been a HR professional myself for 12 years, so I know like how connections of HR professionals work. Like it really
Hmm.
sparks up. So
Hmm.
far it has been in my favor, and so far like people are loving the product. Like employers are loving the product. So honestly, yes, I'm investing in my Meta campaigns as well. I'm investing in my Google campaigns as well, but it's not something that is like I have to invest so much. I'm more
Hmm.
focused on the snowball effect.
The reputation and the
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
It's interesting to me because often I would talk to somebody senior in professional services
Hmm.
firms, where somebody who is running the firm now, they have 20, 30, sometimes 40 years of experience, and they build great book of business. They have clients that love them, and most of the work they get comes from referrals and word of mouth.
Yeah.
But then they also expect younger associates or younger professionals that come to them also live off referrals when they haven't had that critical mass and they haven't thought about that experience just quite yet. So, what's your take on balancing that? Bringing new people into the network, and then at the same time also making sure that you can give that personal attention in the way that you just described.
So that's a good point, and I agree about this. New generation, especially the Gen Zs, like they have a different way of working, and we have seen that. We have seen that shift. Like earlier, when we used to look for jobs and everything, we had a different approach. But Gen Zs have
Hmm.
a different approach, and that is why even my job seeker is being sparked up because Gen Zs look for solutions like automated solutions, and that is what is JobsterX solving. So we connect so much with these Gen Zs as well. And then on the other hand, to answer your question, we have brand ambassadors from universities. So these are
Hmm.
third years, fourth year students, and we are hiring global brand ambassadors as well. So like to promote our product within their university, because my target audience at this stage is university students
Hmm.
to help them land a job. And this is where my meta ads, meta campaigns are being run. I'm not targeting senior professionals because number one, there are two things. Number one, if they come, it's good. Like it's amazing.
Hmm.
They're trusting in the product. It's amazing. They're converting. Number two, they're already trained. They know how to look for jobs. They know how to search for jobs. They know how to apply for jobs. Like it, we have been through that process.
Hmm.
So I know like if they convert, it's a win for me. If they
Hmm.
don't convert, again, I don't mind because I know they're aware and that is not my target audience. My target audience is the upcoming generation, the upcoming job seekers, the young ones. So yes, I do focus
Hmm.
on that area. I do connect, and whenever I'm on that brand ambassadors meetings on weekly basis, I do
Hmm.
see a lot of shift, a lot of like ideas, creative ideas coming up from them. So it's always
Hmm.
energetic to be part of it.
It's good to engage with the communities, like you
Of
mentioned,
course.
the WhatsApp channels and those calls, because that gives the idea. And a lot of professionals, unfortunately, they shy away from that and they're missing out on that
And
energy and creating the brand ambassadors as well.
so
Uh,
I can also add over here. There's one thing. 2 weeks ago, we had this weekly meeting, and I was part of it. One of the brand ambassador, very surprising. So that week they had the job fair at their university. So they have job fairs happening in every university, right, on yearly basis. He rolled out an idea that why can't we have our own job fair, and since it's a global product, we already have global employers, so why not bring them on the panel, and then we have job seekers as well, and then we already have the system in place, like have those interviews, and then at the day end, why not email the job seekers that this was your feedback of your interviews throughout the day. Like
mhm,
very creative, loving this idea, and I'm now working on that. Like let's
mhm,
do that. Like why not? Like in our time, we used to go to job fairs. It was like a carnival. We are having goodie bags, yay! And
mhm,
we are back with goodies, and then we don't know what happened. Like, yes, I went to 20 employers, but I never heard back. So,
mhm,
JobsterX can solve that now. I mean, you go to the job fair, you attend the job fair online, you're back home. When you're sitting on your dinner table with your family, you get an email from JobsterX. Okay, you were at these 20 employers. This is your status. You got shortlisted or rejected, and this is the feedback from the employer.
mhm.
So why not? So that's something now we're working on.
Excellent, exciting. How do you take into the calculation when you're taking on new ideas and you're looking at how you're allocating the time, the time delay between an initiative, whether it is again having a
Mm,
conversation with somebody one on one or in WhatsApp channel, and then them actually becoming a user on the platform? And the reason why I ask is for many professional services, whether it's lawyers or somebody in recruitment or building a platform, they have an expectation that if they spend $1 on marketing today, it needs to bring revenue tomorrow.
yeah.
And of course, there is a delay that goes into the equation. So how do you approach that?
So for me, of course, since spending money and meta, of course, being a founder, I do expect revenue in return. Of course, that is a
Hmm.
true statement for sure. I'll back that. But at the other hand, I also look into it like, okay, what was the conversion, and then the converted, are they still using my platform or not? So that is something which I really keep an eye on, and I ensure that the customer service is being there. Like, I
Hmm.
try to reach out myself, or I have my chief of staff reaching out to them directly to understand if there's anything. Of course, I don't mind they're free, but again, they're my client. They're providing me jobs for which my job seekers are having jobs. So they're my client. So I
Hmm.
need to give them the value that they need. So I'm ensuring that the value is over there. Yes, talking about the time being invested. Yes, sometimes it gets like so messy. Like, okay, in one call I'm pitching the employer model. The next call I'm with a job seeker for XYZ reasons. The third call I'm with
Hmm.
my tech team. The fourth call I'm with my marketing team. It's a lot of shifts for us. Like, your mind is shifting a lot up and down as
Hmm.
a CEO. But again, I was prepared for this. Like, I signed up for
Hmm.
it.
That's what makes it exciting at the end of the day.
Yeah, that is.
One of the, I think, benefits of something that you're doing is having those conversations, having groups and other activities is the markets, like with those ideas that you just shared, the market tells you what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And a good thing is that those insights can be then passed on in marketing, whether it's a YouTube video or LinkedIn post, and you can see how well it resonates with everybody else, and then you can use those best ideas. Again, many companies that don't have that feedback loop, they miss out on the initial conversation, and then they miss out into putting that communication into their marketing so that even more people can resonate with that and come to learn about the business. How have you structured, or maybe you're in the process of doing so, taking those insights from one-on-one conversation and using them online so it becomes one-to-many communication?
That's a good question, really good question. And we are on the track, and I can give you my vision about this. We're having data of job seekers. We know like which talent pool is increasing, which talent pool is decreasing. I can give
Mm,
you one stat over here, and it's a real stat. I'm seeing a decrease in electrical engineers in the upcoming five
mm,
years. So there are around 10% of people being retired, like touching the age of 60, being retired. Only
mm,
1% is entering into the market.
mm,
So that is one stat that I'm seeing currently. This is one of the like statements I can tell you. What is my region is? Let's take example. Alex wants to hire in Egypt.
mm,
Alex does not know how to source candidates, like what's the salary range. Hiring locally would cost more, or hiring someone remotely from Egypt or from Bangladesh or from Sri Lanka would cost more. Like, what's the comparison?
mm,
JobsterX will be the answer. You come, you post a job, you can select the region, we can give you a salary range. That these are the salary ranges that you can find candidates for marketing professionals, for engineers, for example, IT, for finance.
mm,
And then you being a founder, you can easily make that call. Okay, why not hire someone remotely from Egypt? Why not hire someone remotely from Philippines? Why not hire someone from Thailand then? So cross-border will open up. And my vision is Q4. I want the stats up for employers to
mm,
view the stats and make the decisions. Like, it's now HR professionals going to their CEOs like, sir, we can maybe shift to this strategy to reduce the cost. Maybe we can open up cross borders hiring. And why not? Like, it's open now.
mm,
It's that easy to tap into now, global market. Like, just post your job, select your region, and you'll get those profiles.
mm.
So that's
So
it.
when you have a data like that, do you publish it? Do you do like a white papers or like job reports?
Not really. I don't have the intention. Maybe in the future, if like, of course, data, I won't like. Of course, I would always
Hmm.
respect that. I would respect the confidentiality of that. But I don't have any plans at this moment to publish any white papers or any insights about it, or maybe any surveys about it as well. Yes,
Hmm.
surveys would be something that, yes, if any employers have any survey that they want to run through us, they can always come post it on the newsfeed, and job seekers can always post that, always fill
Mm,
that survey. So that is something that you can always do. But only insights to business owners, to HR professionals on the salary ranges, that is something which is in my vision. And I would
mhm,
surely implement that. And again, it's also unfavorable for job seekers as well. Like, white talent from Egypt or white talent from Philippines or white talent from India, Pakistan be laid back. Like, if there is
mhm.
talent and there are opportunities, why not?
Excellent. Yeah, I think there's a lot of benefit to having those insight because you can optimize
Yeah.
your products. Like you said, you need to have the balancing
Yeah.
between the type of
Yeah.
candidates you bring on the platform and then the
True.
companies you have.
True.
And the more insight you have, the better you can plan for that. Um, Samir, that's been very insightful. Thank you for coming today. When somebody wants to know more about the platform, where can they learn so online?
Online, they can 100% reach out to me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is something like I am so active on, like, so they can reach out to me one on one on LinkedIn, and I would be happy to connect with them and support them
Perfect. We'll make sure to include the links and then
for sure.
our listeners can find you.
For
Samir,
sure.
thanks again for coming on. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much, Alex, for your time today. Thank you.
Thank you.